Hey, this is PDX Spotlight.
And we're one from many.
Does it feel? Does it bring you to your knees? Does it break your will? Never thought the sound of your voice would tear me apart. Never thought that we could fall apart. And you said that you love me. I should have known you. What do you hope to find? Well, someday you'll realize you left behind. Bleed every second just for you. Every step I take, if you only knew. Every breath, can you hear it scream your name? Every wish I make will all the same. And you said that you love me. I should have known you'd only walk away. Know that. What do you hope to find? Well, someday you'll realize you left behind. Faster, faster, run away. Keep on trying to forget me. Don't you worry. Memories, they keep such good company. And you said that you love me. I should have known you'd only walk away. Know that. What do you hope to find? Well, someday you'll realize you left behind. And you said that you love me. I should have known you'd only walk away. Know that. What do you hope to find? Well, someday you'll realize you left behind.
You guys actually started out as Far Cry. Can you touch base on that a little bit and
Sure.
share?
Yeah, so this band, like a lot of bands, had a lot of, people move in and out of it, and Far Cry was kind of the birth of that original music that Andrew kind of started. And over time, we had a lot of success. I came in a couple years into Far Cry, and that's when I was introduced to Andrew.
Then it just went downhill from
Yep,
there.
exactly. So all the success kind of went.
The success might be an oversell, under-deliver, but
Well, actually, the band Far Cry was doing quite a bit. When I came on board, they had some pretty good exposure, and so that's kind of when I came in. Do you want to know like what happened later, or what do you want to know? I don't know.
Sure.
How much detail?
Whatever. No, well,
Sorry.
how's it different than One from Many?
Well, One from Many is basically taking all of that effort and frustration, and to be honest, I mean, if we're just being real here, and finding a bunch of band members.
Well, you found Joe outside.
Yeah,
Right.
found Joe.
Standing on his.
Actually, we
Joking street corner.
found Joe. I saw him at the Crystal Ballroom playing with a band called The Medium, and he had just kind of taken over midway through for them, and I called him because I knew that he was kind of temporary at that moment, and tried to steal him, and I was successful at that. Yeah. Just, well, you know. Yeah. And then Josh, I had played with Josh for a while in a different project as far as just kind of some recording pieces, and really thought he was a really good guitar player, good musician.
Was she rapping in that?
Rapping.
I actually
that
did
was somebody
some,
else.
Yeah.
That was somebody else.
I did some, actually.
Yeah.
But it was a metal band. You were.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
in that one.
Yeah. It was very metal.
So how was that transition to how you're to the genre you guys are now?
Oh,
for you.
Are we not metal? Is that?
It was actually.
We're not metal. Oh, I just learned that we're not metal.
That's why we had so many.
It was actually pretty easy for me. I mean, I saw Far Cry at like the Roseland 8 years ago. Is that 7-ish?
No, it was like last year, I think.
And I was like, that guitar player needs to leave. Like, he's got my job. Like, I wanted to be in this band. And I'm like, I don't know, the 15th guitar player.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Spinal Tap and drummers.
Yeah. But really like the, yeah, exactly. We're the rock version of Menudo.
Yeah.
Weird reference, if everybody knows that band.
Yeah, we could skip any reference between us and Menudo. That'd be great.
But yeah, and so when he called me, I was pretty excited about it actually, but I didn't call him back for, how long was it?
About a month.
Yeah, it was something.
But
Yeah.
now that he's been in the
He's so
band, that's
excited.
pretty typical.
That's pretty normal.
Expectation. We kind of expect that.
That's normal. No, I'm just kidding.
I was over at, I think it was, Dacre's place, and
Yeah.
working on like my project at that time, and he was like, hey, I need you for a video, or Far Cry shooting a video. And I was like, oh, I bet that's why McCormick called me, and I never called him back.
He got
And so I was like, oops.
suggested half because he was a guitar player and half because he had good hair.
Yeah.
And we were like, we just need somebody to stand in the shadows that's got a good silhouette. It's like, perfect.
Sure. This band now has
Can you hold a guitar?
75% more makeup in the band now.
Yeah.
100% more.
Actually,
100% more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's true.
Darling, I've been thinking long and hard lately. I don't know, but I finally found I could chase the reasons, turn myself inside out, but I think I'll just enjoy your smile. Of a heart letting go, all the scars of those before, loving with everything I own. What are we waiting for? Oh, this wide open to love. So much to uncover now that we've lost our way and gave up trying to shape our destiny. The deepest breath of a heart letting go, all the scars of those before, loving with everything I own.
What in Portland inspires you?
We've been around a while here in Portland, so to speak, and kind of the original scene. We played with Tribute. We've kind of been with a lot of different musicians, and the folks that have influenced me personally from the very beginning when I moved to Portland were bands actually like Far Cry before I was in it, which had Elijah Russell. I think that probably influenced Trigger and Andrew initially, and then bands like The Medium with Joe Mangus, who's out there. I recorded some of my own stuff with Joe, Kyle from Climber, Gus from The Medium, and then I think as that kind of scene, you come to know more people. I ran into Rob Dacre, and Rob Dacre and I are really good friends now, and he opened a whole nother can of worms when it came to different musicians. And so what you're doing is you're watching all these different styles come together, but you're becoming friends. You're going to each other's rehearsals, you're jamming, you're supporting each other's shows, you're asking, you know, what do you use, what do you play? So I think for at least me, I think, you know, a lot of us have experienced a lot of those same people. That was kind of where it started for me here. And really that network goes out to Opal Studios, which was actually the first studio I recorded in a long time ago. So I mean, it just goes, I mean, the net here is pretty big.
Any show that you go out to, I mean, you're running into, like Dacre and Kevin Hahn and Jeff Buhner, and Kevin, I said like Kevin Rankin, Brandon Cook, Dane Haas, Jordan Harris, Will Kinky, like all those, like you go to a show and you're always going to see
Mike Johnson.
Yeah, Mike Johnson, Davin, obviously J-Phil. They're always out supporting other, musicians around, which is really great. It's a great community to be in, and not only just musically, but yeah, just them as people.
Emotional support.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot.
It's really, really important to have that, and we like to do that as well. Is like go to those shows, and support them, and then hang out with them afterwards and just talk and build that, that bond, that musician bond. And it's tight in Portland. It's very, it is.
Very good.
Everybody's very supportive.
Very good.
I grew up here and got into music really early, so for me it was real inspiring. Like when I was in middle school, I used to go to La Luna and see bands like Pond and Heat Miser, which became Elliott Smith, and like Everclear when there was 40 people there, and then to see where they've taken it over time, and it just kind of, set a fire for me that obviously still hasn't gone out because I'm here.
Why don't you, Andrew, share a little bit about the first album that you guys had? The Alleged Album.
The Alleged Album, yes. Okay, so the Alleged Album, man, there's a lot that goes into that just because it was quite a crazy journey to get to the actual album, and that goes into the naming of it, the Alleged Album. Basically, it took forever, which we're notorious for about some of the stuff. And it's not only him taking forever to get ready. It's also other things. It's also like with recording the album, it just took a long time. And so people we kept saying, I don't know, perpetually we were almost done. And that was like almost done for like 3 or 4 years. It's like asking a chick out if she's ready yet. It's like, oh, I'll be ready. I'm ready. Oh, I'm 5 more minutes. So it was kind of like that, and then it just ended up being 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I don't even know. It was crazy.
This is the one you recorded at London Bridge.
And then somebody was like, oh, when's this Alleged Album coming out? And we're like, that's the name. That's awesome.
Right. So it just totally worked out like
that's pretty much how that happened.
I think what helped push it along was, a lot of bands, finances are always a tough deal, and so. When we met Tom from Malaya Records, he saw that we were kind of trying to push uphill, and he said, what would it take for you guys to, finish this album? And that's kind of what really sparked it for us, and we were able to finish it in Seattle at London Bridge Studio and then come back here and move it pretty quickly. So the process before that was long as far as writing a lot of songs, and not all the songs that we wrote, of course, were on the album, but that's really kind of what started moving things along for us.
So you guys went like on tours?
Yeah, we did a short tour. We played down in Las Vegas was where we started. We flew into Las Vegas, played the Hard Rock Hotel there, went from there down to Scottsdale, down in Arizona, and then went and played the Roxy up in LA. Also, the same summer, we went to, was it?
It was Alaska.
What part of Alaska? I don't know. It's
Prince of
Wales Island.
Yeah.
And those people treated us great. It was a lot of fun. We got to go out fishing, all kinds of different things.
One of the like fisher guys like walked up, fisherman I guess the name is.
Fisher guy?
Is that right? Fisher guy? And so he comes walking up the stairs and he stops dead and he looks at me and I'm sitting there like, and he's like, "You're not from around here, are you?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "How could you tell?"
Astute, the Alaskans there.
It was fun, man. They were really great people. Like, just very genuine and very welcoming. Like, I was up on the balcony and I was painting my nails, and Ron, the owner of the bar, walks by and he yells at me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What does it look like I'm doing?" And he's like, "I'm going out to set a halibut line. Do you want to come out?" I'm like, "What?" And so we got to go out on the boat and stuff. And I wasn't really dressed like a,
Fisher guy?
No, fisher guy. Not a fisher guy, but it was cool. Yeah, we all got to fish and stuff. And Ron was super cool.
Fish, though.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was fun.
Well, it's easy as they go. This one seems a little harder to throw. There can't be some. Let me wander around where I went wrong. I won't get home. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Well, I'm alone. Away from mine. Well, these bones, they're forsaken me. Let me this, let your ring grant me this one desire. Well, please, God, spare my soul this fire. Take me to your river, wrap me in your water. Take me to your river, and I'm away from mine. Take me to your river, wrap me in your water. Take me to your river, wrap me in your water. Now we away from
So what do you guys do when there's conflict? How do you overcome that? I'm sure there's.
A really heavy hand.
I give him Irish sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
2 black eyes, in case you're wondering. Yeah. No, I mean, it's really, I think, what's really interesting about conflict in this band is we all come from a different place in settling conflict. I'm kind of
dominant.
Yeah, I get, you know, and that's been a really good experience for me though, to like realize that I have to find different ways to like, you know, get my point across. And P.S. you're not always right, which is kind of new for me. So, and Andrew, to be honest, Andrew is very much the same way and a little bit of a different style. So you can imagine when two people always think they're right, and then they kind of come together and disagree on an idea. So
then it's rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah,
right.
Well, kind of, or rock, paper, fists, or something like that.
And I'm the bass player, so once everybody mixes up and leaves the room, if I'm not still sitting there, we don't really have a band. So.
It's pretty bad. It's like
you gotta have a little glue somewhere, right?
But it's fun
just kind
too.
of chill as it's going up. I just wait till they're done, and so I can like give them both hugs.
Yes. You know, Trigger never ever. He doesn't really get mad. Joe gets mad sometimes, but not very often. It's usually just me and Andrew that have all the dysfunction.
And then you just got to feed him something and he'll kind of quiet down. Give him a steak.
That's probably the hardest part about being in a band, no question. And you'll find that everywhere, that, you know, someone just doesn't want to, you know, push through anymore, or, you know, it's really hard, very difficult.
You get in the band and then you realize, like, oh man, this is like trying to find 4 wives. It's like it's like, and you gotta, I always say, like, the music is like your child, and you have to want to raise the child the same way and want the same things for the child, and if they don't, then there's conflict, and
put the
it's
child
just
in
this
the corner,
crazy,
the naughty mat.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's so much more to it. Anyhow, so you know, it's nice when you get a community of musicians that kind of understand and are going for the same things that you are. And you can work together in those things, because really it's a brutal industry to try to have success in, of any kind, really. It'll beat you down pretty good. And you know, I've seen a lot of people, I know we've been doing this for a while, so you just see a lot of people that just kind of decide that the sacrifices just isn't worth it anymore. And so I feel really fortunate that these guys haven't bailed yet, so.
Well, let's talk about your next album. What's coming up?
We've talked about a lot of different things. We've talked about putting out, you know, just some EPs, and then just basically regularly getting stuff out there. Maybe not so much an album per se, but almost a constant stream of new stuff. And I think that's what we really would like to do. You
have another show coming up with Metz, Ryan, and Collins.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Another JFL all original.
It's his first actual original show, which we've actually been really, really fortunate to, like we said, work with them and actually be the first original act that he worked with. He's now taken on some more, which we're really excited about. So, yeah.
So where can everybody find you guys?
Well, just Google. In like a dark alley.
Hitchhiking up and down the corridor.
Let's say this. What is it?
Joe, what's your address?
Yeah.
Yo, he lives in Gresham.
We're right now
under OFM Music.
Oh, let me be more specific. Where can they find the band and the music?
Serious?
OFMmusic.com. And I mean, it's kind of a limited time because we're thinking about getting off the grid completely. So if you want to find us on iTunes.
It's a limited time offer, this internet thing. We're thinking it's not going to really be panning out. So we're thinking about getting out while it's still good.
Yep.
That's all the sites.
Yeah, OFM Music pretty much is everything. So Facebook.com/OFM Music, Twitter.com/OFM Music.
Reverb Nation. You guys are on Reverb.
Reverb Nation.
Go to iTunes and buy something.
OFM Music PDX. If it's not OFM Music, it's OFM Music PDX, i.e. Reverb Nation, because somebody else had OFM Music, and I won't speak to how good or bad their music is. You can go ahead and
we're also on Pandora as well as some other streams.
Spotify.
Yeah, Pandora and Spotify.
As well as most of the other streams.
Groove Shark.
Pretty much all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
iTunes.
Google. Always works.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. I've had a lot of fun always meeting up with you guys and stalking you. Yeah.
Sorry, we need more stalkers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the next show, but thank you so much for coming on to PDX Spotlight. It was a pleasure having you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thanks for having us.
Yes.